colorful beepers, monster trucks, fanny packs, epic cool preachers. Can I use unlicensed characters from films? I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying I will. My ultimate goal, and I promise you this, to make a great and functional website for kids. I'll design with skill morphs and make it intuitive. I'll show these kids who the design king truly is. I'm making it happen. I've got so much to flaunt. But oh shit, I'm stuck. I can't pick out a font. Things are just not going my way. Just tell me what font to pick when I'm making websites for kids. Please have I got a real big list. Gotta narrow it down for this. Been over my head a bit, but I'm gonna find the ultimate. Kid friendly fun, wanna get the clicks. Make a site that appeals to kids. I take a break and I grab a snack. I do some yoga and draw a hot bath. When my head is clear, I'm back at the computer. Gotta make a cool site for these younger users. I'm scrolling through the list, but nothing fits. I assume medieval fonts would be perfect for kids. Calibri don't work, Courier is shit. I add a surfboard, some chips, and myriad dips. A Bitcoin market, yeah, great for kids. But what font do I use? I'm getting tired of dead ends. I add a cute soldier and a badass fish. I think solving this problem is my ultimate wish. I gaze to the Lord of fonts in the sky. Yes, I whisper a prayer, a desperate cry. Suddenly I'm greeted surprised by a dancer. I assume, hey, some wisdom, an arrival of answers. I'm not gonna tell you what font to use. You better get with the times, you better find what's new. A design battle in the Colosseum. If you figure out my clues, then my friend, you've won. I end the call, my heart is racing. I'm punching my brain, it's the answer I'm chasing. They say a dancer appearing is a real good omen. I've got it, Eureka! I'll use Tom's New Roman. We love that font, we use it a bunch. We need it in our lives, we just can't get enough. Excitement and delight when we're visiting your website. Just tell me what font to pick when I'm making websites for kids. Please have I got a real big list. Gotta narrow it down for this. Been over my head a bit, but I'm gonna find the ultimate. Kid friendly font, wanna get the clicks. Make a real nice site for kids. Just tell me what font to pick when I'm making websites for kids. Please have I got a real big list. Gotta narrow it down for this. Been over my head a bit, but I'm gonna find the ultimate. Kid friendly font, wanna get the clicks. Make a site that appeals to kids. Just tell me what font to pick when I'm making websites for kids. Font to pick. Find the right font for kids. It's Times New Roman. It's perfect.
That's right, chat. It's Times New Roman. That's perfect. Why does it say that it's unstable? I'm just doing an art stream. I'm not even running a lot of stuff. That's the big question of the day. It is Tuesday, February the 27th, 1980X. It's been a while. It feels like it's been 9 million years since I last streamed on my channel. As it has the last time. I swear that, like, taking these hiatuses is these breaks from time to time is something that I do not want to do. But I'm feeling much better now, so I'm here. Yeah. Right, yeah, as you might have known or seen here and there, I was laid low by an internal bug in my system. So I had to unfortunately take some time off, but I'm back. I'm feeling much better. So that's good. Yeah. And what is VTube Studio? Hello? Are you doing okay? Hello? Okay, we're doing good. Hello, Come and Go Tavern, Macy's Rocket, and everybody else who's just hanging and hanging out and vibing. Yeah, we're back at it again. Feels like I've been doing a lot of art streams, but honestly, like, I want to get this done before Zerobaseone's Japan promotions, which is coming up soon. I should actually look that up. First of all, let me just turn on some freaking music, though. That's a good idea. There we go. Shoutouts to Stream Cafe, because that's the music I'm gonna be using. Because I need to update my playlist. And I haven't been able to in a while. So Dream Cafe it is. I'm only saying this now because they ask to either to credit it either verbally or on the VOD. Put a credit there, and I will. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't worry, I already got you. But yeah, it's good to see you all again. For those of you who haven't been here the first time, when I first started this, the first couple of times, Zerobaseone is a K-pop band comprised of 9 individuals. And I guess the thing these days is to have a government-assigned mascot furry. I jokingly say this, but you know how VTubers have their Oshi mark, their emoji, that you kind of like remember as like a call sign? It's taken from idols, and from K-pop culture, specifically. So each of the members of Zerobaseone has an animal emoji that they're associated with. So I'm pixeling all of them. Although some of them are not the official ones because fandom's idea of what their government-assigned furry, I think, makes more sense than what the official one is. Just because we said so. So I actually have, let me see here. Let me just go ahead and pull this up for reference. So Zerobaseone, I mentioned, does have official, like, pixel mascot. There we go. Let's look at them real quick, shall we? So, there we go. Here's their Instagram. Now, let me just go ahead and big in that. And the style is different from the one I'm using, so I'm not too worried about, you know, being yelled at for copying or whatever, because the way I'm doing things is completely different. Let's just do this. Yeah, there we go. So let's zoom in. So the leader we have here, Hanbin, also known as Bing Bing. He is, like me, a hamster. And so that's the design that they gave him. What I'm gonna do, of course, looks completely different. Ji-woong is a black cat, although fandom has decided he's a butterfly, so I kind of like mixed the two, as you can see here. There he is, right here, with the black cat and the butterfly, the blue butterfly. For how I haven't drawn yet, but how this is a raccoon, but he's supposed to be a red panda, although sometimes he's also a raccoon. It depends on what the management is feeling that day. Silk Matthew was a fox, and I did draw him, so let me just go ahead and show that. Yeah, Matthew was like the second one I did. And it's slightly different than the one that they have for the official design. This one is more just like kind of like a baby fox right here. Tere is a duck. Ah! Just scroll back here. There we go. Let me just move that. There he is. There he is. There's Tere. But I just decided to add like little aspects of the actual artist there. So there's Tere's glasses and his guitar and his beanie and so on and so forth. So similar, but not quite. Who else? Oh, right. So this is where like I start to deviate from the official designs. Because Ricky's like official mascot is a calico cat, but then we've all kind of decided that he's like an orange cat. Or like artists decide to kind of just make him like a white or a blonde cat because it's similar to his hair. Or they just changed the pattern based on what his hair is dyed. So my version is it's the most recent one I did, I think, yeah. Right here, yeah, and then I kept his piercings and the black bow. And then, like, the beauty mark. So there's a little bit more cartoonishness. And now, yeah. the big difference is that Gyuvin's official animal is a dog, but he said himself he doesn't really like it. He prefers to be a deer. So fandom's all decided that he's a deer now. We are ignoring his government assigned furry. His persona, his government assigned K-pop persona. So he's a deer now. Gunwook is also a dog too for some reason, and that makes sense, but I think we've all kind of universally agreed that he's a teddy bear, so we changed it like that. I say we as if fandom is one hive mind that shares the same thoughts and feelings and ideas when that's never the case. But you know what I mean. Let me see here. Ah, yeah. So there's... Gunwook was actually the first one that I drew. And then I haven't drawn Gyuvin yet. But I'm gonna do Gyuvin next, I think. Because drawing a deer is actually kind of fun. And then finally Yujin is the rabbit. But I haven't done that yet. So, yeah, let's get started actually. The program I'm using is the same as before. It's Aseprite, which is available either through the website, Aseprite, or through Steam, or Humble Bundle. It goes on sale a lot. It's really easy to use. It's very much like kind of like an amalgamation of MS Paint, and it has some layering capabilities. You can also animate in it. But it's very good for people like me who are very simple and want to do pixel art very simply. Yeah. Impter. Alright. So, Yuvin is the tallest member. And this is going to probably make it a little bit more difficult when it comes to sort of... Well, let's see how much space I can fuck with here. So let me just go ahead and map out the basic body shape first. Starting with the 10, maybe, yeah, the 10 point probably should be enough. I kind of like have him do his like spindly manor legs stance. Because Gyuvin is so tall, every single time they do a group shot, they have to stick him on the side. Because he is a giant. But if he's kind of like, if they do a bunched in sort of like selfie with the whole group together, he kind of like just kicks his legs all the way like into this inverted A shape so that he's the same height as everyone else and that his neck doesn't get cut off. I guess that makes sense, because, like, for him being a deer, because he's got the spindly legs and stuff, he was government assigned a dog, or his fan base sometimes still calls him a dog, too, because, like, he's kind of like a big, overgrown puppy that doesn't know how big he is. But he's actually a really good dancer, and you know, when you're tall and you dance, it's kind of difficult because you have to deal with all the sort of extremities like flying around everywhere, especially when you're like doing this kind of like pop music where you have to be like in sync with a group. You know what I mean? What is going on with VTube Studio? Hello? Okay. We're doing good. What happened to my pixel brush? There we go. Oh, that's why. Oops. But yeah, Given kind of tends to not be talked about too much, I think, in terms of the group, because he's kind of like, since he can do a lot of stuff very well, when you're an all-rounder, I think you kind of, especially when you're in a group filled with people who can do, who can sing and dance and rap and are very visually striking. If you're known for being the goofy one, I think you can have, like, that's, like, you can kind of fade into the background a bit. But even though, like, I don't talk about him as much, I do think that you couldn't have the group without him. because he seems to be the one to raise like the tension up and is very thoughtful about his teammates. But he's also a really good performer. I just think that you don't really see it until you see him kind of like just dancing with just maybe one of his teammates or by himself, and then you're just like, oh damn, that's actually kind of hard to do. You know what I mean? If you're that tall and you're dancing that hard, because then you could just be get easily lost or a beat behind the music. I'm saying as if I know this, and I don't. I am very infamously a VTuber that doesn't know how to sing or dance, which is wild to think about. I feel a lot of VTubers who are in the English-speaking VTuber sphere tend to be like either song and dancers. Song and dancers? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? That's not a word. They tend to be pretty good at singing and dancing. Or that kind of like doing idol things. And I like idols, but I wouldn't want to be one, you know what I mean? Which is funny, considering I've applied for corporations. I've done corporate auditions like 5 times. And as I've said before, I'm like the Mike Staclosa of VTubers. But there's got to be somebody like me. I don't even know if that makes any sense. Variety is the spice of life or whatever. Yeah, I think this could work. I feel like every single time I draw like the Gyubi deer or the Bambin, I kind of just end up sort of making it look a little bit like an Italian greyhound. Given infamously, will occasionally take over the official Twitter account and just post pictures of his dog, Papa, which is this this tiny little like Italian greyhound. Looks like a skinny little rat. Papa is cute. We love Papa. The dog is like the 10th member of the group. I just think that's like the funniest thing. Like, she has almost as many glamour shots on the official Instagram and Twitter. Some more than some of the members. Which is freaking wild. I appreciate that. More celebrities should post pictures of their goofy ass looking pets, I believe. Let's see here. Oh no, wait, I remember. I was supposed to use blue as... That's right. Okay. Blue is what I was going to use for lining, because... Okay. The thing is I feel like I've drawn Guven's mascot the most. Like, aside from, Matthew. Because they're both really easy to draw, but the thing is that I also, because I've drawn it so much, I've, like, just forget what my shorthands are for it. It's like... It's not consistent across the board. Oh no, the face should be skinnier, I think. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think that's better. And I shouldn't have drawn the line on that layer. Ah! And I drew everything on the gradient line. Okay, well, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot. I forgot that we can do this. We can cheat. Because this has to go on the layer below it. There we go. Yippee! Alright. Problem solved. I guess I'll just shave the sides of the face and then... yeah, that'll be easier to line it. There we go. Although it kind of looks like a sheep. As opposed to a deer, but... shorthand. It's a little uneven, but that's fine, I think. Yeah. Hmm. It's not going to be the most accurate deer in the world, but that's okay. These are mascots. And then, and he has these big old boba eyes. Oh my goodness. It's true though. Like if you've seen a picture of Kim Gyuvin, he kind of has these big old like boba eyes. Okay. There we go. This looks a little bit soulless for now, but don't worry about it. You'll see what I'm cooking. Or maybe I should just do the 1% here. Yeah, there we go. Ah, wait, I did that in reverse again. Or, hold on. No. Let's do this. Because I don't want to make them the exact same as Gunwook's eyes, which have like the sort of like shiny, sparkly cross, you know what I mean? Like the sort of sparkly diamond in the center. Let's just do something like this. Big ol' anime eyes. There we go. Oh, that's a little bit better, I think. Let them cook. Yeah, speaking of cooking, I'm not sure how long stream will go today. Because again, I just am recovering from internal computer virus, so we'll see how much energy I have. If I can go past an hour. I guess we'll know. But likewise, I don't know how much I'll talk, but feel free to hang out. Ah! Yeah, I like this, I think. This almost kind of looks like the extreme sort of like highlights that some sunrise shows would have. Or like 90s. I mean, when people say, like, it's kind of cliche to say, oh yeah, like 90s anime or 80s anime, but there's like a few artists who do have this sort of like extreme, like, moe or bishoujo style when it comes to like highlighting the eyes and stuff like that. And like arrow designs and stuff too, that I think are making a comeback. Oh yeah, this looks good. This looks good. And now Gubing. Or as Ricky likes to call him, Koibing. Little angry little eyebrows. It's not that he's frowning because he's just like angry or whatever. I think he just has like this, he's like that kind of goofy person who has like a furrowed brow all the time. On Boys Planet he was known as what was it? The reaction guy, meme lord. He still kind of is for Zerobaseone. Oh yeah, that works. This kind of sounds like a knockoff Animal Crossing music, I just realized. Dream Cafe, if you're in chat, I'm sorry. I don't mean that in a derogatory, I mean that positively. Affectionately. Speaking of Animal Crossing, or Dobutsu no Mori if you're a giant weeboo, I have been wanting to play it, but there was a certain time in my life, you know, just the other day, where I would be playing it so much, where I don't think I could pick it up again. Because it was intense. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the sort of the habit I have with quotation marks relaxing games that don't really have any end goal, because I'll just spend so much time customizing and building things. It's why, like, I have Stardew Valley on my computer right now. I have not booted it up. Granted, one of the reasons is because, like, I wanted to stream it with Autopsy, and you know, she's been not able to stream, kind of like here, well, not really not able, but she's been here and there, so we haven't really been able to get our schedules to align. But also the thing about Stardew Valley is I feel that once I start it, that I'm going to have to like make sure that I'm not playing it constantly all the time, every waking moment. Like that's why I also can't play Infinite Wealth on stream. Not only because I've been pretty busy, but also because I know once I get to Dondoko Island, it is absolutely over for me. Dondoko Island has everything that I want in sort of like building games, and it's even better because it's in an RGG game. Because it's like, oh, you're gonna give me Animal Crossing and like monster Dragon Quest monsters with RGG characters. Say absolutely less. Yeah, this on top of like, you know, the time, the absolute amount of time that you can waste in RGG games just doing like not the main story. In Infinite Wealth, once you get to Hawaii, they really try hard to be like, okay, there's the story, you really want to do the story, right? And I'm just like, you fool, you idiot, you dropped me in Waikiki, and all I see are side quest markers. Guess what I'm gonna do? That's right. Not the main story. Okay, so let's see here. This is a wide stance. Why am I drawing the lines on the lines? Well, we'll deal with this. Oh, I don't know. Actually, it should be like this. Because then that way it... Yeah. The back legs shouldn't look like they're one piece, I think. They should look like they're separate. Yeah, okay, that's much better. But yeah, the way I kind of draw Yuven as a deer is it's a deer, but like, you know, if you've ever seen the videos of the deer in Nara, like the Nara Park deer, where they just kind of like behave like dogs and they come right up to you, that sort of vibe. Which is like, I'm surprised that, well, okay, I mean, some members of Zerobaseone did go to Osaka, but I guess they didn't have enough time to like not go to Nara. Nara's not in Kyoto, right? Nara's like near Tokyo, right? Am I tripping? Because if so, then yeah, they wouldn't have had enough time to like go hop a train and go to like the Nara Park. Nara, I feel is in Tokyo, right? Ugh. Nara is probably not in Tokyo. To be fair though, if you like gave me a map and asked me to like point out all the prefectures on it, I would not be able to do so. Be like, here's Hokkaido. That's Osaka. And that's Okinawa, and that is Honshu, and I don't know the rest. Okay, that makes more sense. There we go. Ugh. Now, I'm pretty sure there's like a button that I can hold down in order to make like a straight line, but it's not happening today. There we go. Oh my god! Hey, Mokoi! Yo, thanks for the raid! Hold on, let me give you a shout out. Shout out Mokoi FF. Mokoi, Mokoi. Ah, F for F. Hey, thank you so much for bringing your folks over here. And no worries about the raid and run. Yeah, thank you for bringing your folks over here, and hope you had a great stream. Get that rest. Mokoi, everybody. But yeah, hello Raiders, High Spec Hamster Chuchu. I'm your helpful R&D support bot from Gata Universe. Not only am I a robot, I'm a hamster. Usually I play Indian horror games. Occasionally I do things like unhinged PowerPoint presentations on the history of BL, the BL to Tokusatsu pipeline, Thai BL. It's a lot of BL. My other hyperfixation is Zerobaseone. They're a K-pop group. I'm sorry. I do pixel art occasionally too, which is what I'm doing today. You look like you're going to teach me a skill by singing instructions at me that I have to repeat. I slammed my penis in the car door. That was a level in Parappa the Rappa, right? Something like that. Thank you though. That is actually a high compliment. I do like the art style of the artist who did the character design for Parappa and Jammerlammy. Those are games I thought about streaming, but unfortunately, I don't have a way to play them. The, you know, there's the way that I used to play uh DS games, which is like, you know, go to Walmart. But unfortunately, the emulation system for that is it's a little weird for me, I think. Like, I don't know. My setup is bonkers. It's funny. So unfortunately, you slammed your penis in the corridor. Yes. God bless. All right. Let's get some hooves on this feller. Speaking of slammed penis in the car door, does anybody know if what was it, Coyote versus Acme got leaked yet? Considering how, you know, terribly that movie's animators, writers, just everybody involved from top to bottom in production got shafted by whoever's in charge of Warner Brothers right now. You know, the dickless wonder who's in charge of Warner Brothers at the moment. It's really unfortunate what happened. And I feel that Zaslav, or whatever his name is, people like that who, you know, treat you know, just any sort of art in general, any sort of art, be it video games or movies or animation, and giving that sort of that time and people's lives, really, people's livelihoods, and treating it as just a tax write-off, honestly. There's a special place in hell, and it's not the fun one. No idea, but I'm now being a copy day one for Coyote versus Acme. I think somebody said, well, because like the CEO over there in charge of Warner Brothers was like, yeah, I'm throwing it in the trash. So somebody was saying that they were going to leak it, if that's the case. I think the statute of limitations on being able to save it is done, or the time ran out and they weren't able to beat it. So if you have the files, this is I'm just a funny cartoon character on the internet, but if you have the files and nothing to lose, you have the chance to do the funniest thing that Warner Brothers has done in a while. That's all I'm saying. No joke, I used a parappa driving song to concentrate during my exam. My driving instructor was not amused. Were you just, like, saying it the whole time? Just every single time you were there, you're like, hands at 10 and 12 o'clock. Not played it over booth. Ah! Oh, I see. Basically just grabbed the auxiliary cable and was like, listen, this is imperative. This is how I'm gonna get my license. That's actually funny. See, internet, video games are good for something. They can teach you things. Ah, Bluetooth. Ah. Well, see, I'm from, you know, the far-off future of 1980X, so we don't have that sort of technology right now. Okay. It's kind of a silly stance I put Gubing here, but I think it works. I want to draw like the deer tail, but the way that he's standing, that I have him stanced up, I don't think it's gonna happen. Given Zerobaseone, I'm doing this Not as a joke, but affectionately. But also because, like, you know, like, trying to draw an ungulate in general is difficult. I kind of like the ungainly four-legged thing, though, because I think it's just kind of, like, more endearing that way. Rather than just, like, be lazy and do, like, two-legged bipedal sort of furry thing. You know, says me, the hamster furry. Did a quick research. In 1990X, the richest guy in your neighborhood had a Bluetooth earpiece, but not for their car stereo. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, oh, Space Pirate K would know more about that. He's from 1990X. I'm from the Universal Century over. Wait. Nope. That's not working. Okay. Alright, there we go. I should actually probably check and see, like, what day specifically the Zerobaseone Japan promotions start. Because I know it's soon. Their next schedule, because I'm a maniac and I follow everything about them. Their next schedule is on the 2nd. That's coming up real soon. That's the 2nd Korea time, which would be the 1st everywhere else in the world. And that's for them appearing on a show where they're covering TVXQ songs. But after that, I think they're going to Japan. I should probably just check that. Because I also do want to play some games. And I don't want to just, you know, do art stream after art stream. So we'll just see here. Hold on. ZB1 Japan promotions. Okay. Okay. Promotional calendar. Oh, okay. First week then. First week of March. So March the 4th, their teaser, the first teaser for their music video for their Japanese song comes out, and then on the 5th it's the second teaser. 8th it's the music video itself, and then the digital release of the album. Okay. And then the first single releases on the 20th. Okay. So I got some time. Technically I have until the 8th. Cool, that's good. Cause there are some games that I want to play. I gotta finish up Tokimeki Memorial. Do some new games too. Shit, what was the one? There was some that I know that looked interesting. For on itch.io. Unfortunately, there's some new games that are coming out that look like really interesting, but I can't play them because I'm on a Mac. It's too much to ask game devs, you know, to make it really is too much to ask game devs if they can make Mac builds of their game, because I know that's difficult, so I wouldn't ever ask or put that upon them. But guys, please let us idiots losers with Macs play video game, please. What color are, like, deer horns anyway? They're like Hold on. They're like lighter, right? Or darker? Oh, they're lighter. Oh, they're kind of gray. Okay. So in that case, we'll do this. In the way that I do Gubin's deer horns is kind of like almost like telephone pole. Just like cute. There we go. Oh my god. Hey, Kay. Tune in next week, folks, for some medicated mumbling for the space guy. Something, something, tokusatsu, pipeline, something, something, BL, zero straights, none, something, something, Q4, salad tossing. Hey! Hello. Apple are the ones that made open source software incompatible with their hardware. Yeah, no, I totally blame them. No worries. Also, I froze for some reason. Hang on a second. There you go. I'm back. Apple is the Satan. This is known. Yeah, I know. Which is why I have the most cursed set up. Also, howdy, Kay. Good to see ya. Ugh. I guess we all got, like, down with the sickness at the same time. Why would anyone sane trust a guy who didn't believe in bathing and basic hygiene? Oh my god. This is true. Always take a bocha. Yeah, there was a game I was thinking about playing, but can't remember. Ah, I remember now. I was thinking about doing Dragon Quest XI. Technically, I still haven't beaten Act 3 of it, though, so I was gonna do that, and then... But Dragon Quest... See, the thing about Dragon Quest is that those are long games. Like, I did stream, like a Dragon 7, and that's technically a Dragon Quest game. But Dragon Quest is for real an RPG. And I would have to, like, plan out, I would have to plan that out. But Dragon Quest XI is, like, an RPG that is kind of relaxing, I think. So I think it would be fun to play, sort of just casually on stream. Although I don't know how what y'all would think about that. That's the thing. I'll have to think about it. And I actually have to finish it too. Because technically I finished the main campaign. But if you've played 11, there's a thing that happens with the third act. And that I have not done. So something to think about. If not, then maybe one of the older Dragon Quests, if I can get that running. You broke the 100-hour mark on Honolulu Himbo Squad this weekend. Yeah, I bet. Dragon Quest games are like 60 hours minimum. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what like held me back from even playing like Pokemon, because like RPGs, unless you're like really smart about running them fast, like they are long games. But that would be like a game I would just be like casually slowly playing through. That's the thing. But again, I'll think about it. All you have left is the finale battles. Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta Dondoko that island. I'm still like on chapter 3, I think, like the very beginning of Honolulu. Cause like I'm still doing all of the side quest stuff. And also because of how my setup is, you know? If I want to play something, I have to disconnect the monitor, one of my monitors that's attached to my computer, and reroute some stuff. And it's not hard to do, it's just I'm lazy. I'm real lazy. And knowing me, like, I always have to have multiple things, do multiple things at the same time. So, like, I would want to, like, play RGG, but then also be able to, like, surf the internet at the same time. Oh, you already finished Dondoko Island? Oh, yeah. You got, like, 2 legendary weapons to complete. Ah. DQ11 is an RPG, you gotta make decisions, and as much as it's a cozy blanket to go to sleep with. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the reason why I would want to play it, because, like, there's story, there's stakes and stuff, and the story is really good, but it's just, like, a game you can pick up and play, and then put down, and then pick it up again. Speaking of, I remember, oh my god, voice crack. Speaking of, I remember there was supposed to be, wasn't there supposed to be, like, last year there was supposed to be either more news, about Dragon Quest 12? I remember they just, like, dropped a teaser trailer, and then they were like, okay, more information to follow, and then it was, like, Final Fantasy for the rest of the year. I don't know if we're gonna hear anything about that for, like, a while. Because I remember there was, like, they were making this big hullabaloo about, like, oh yeah, the new Dragon Quest is gonna be one for adults, and I'm like, yeah, that exists. It's called it's called Dragon Quest. Or technically, Ryoga Gotoku at this point, you know? You know what? I didn't get much with the 16-bit versions in DQ11 on the Switch. Oh, really? I spent so much time doing that. But they're hard. Like, those sections are like, yeah, these are not like this is real fan service, as in, yeah, here's these old dungeons from Dragon Quest. They're just as friggin' difficult as they were the first time around. Get wrecked, idiot. Yeah, I haven't completed all of them, because I think I'm stuck on one boss fight in there. But I like those, because the challenges for the flashback dungeons, like, you really have to think about how to play strategically. And then sometimes it's just unfair. Like, sometimes it's just straight up unfair. Like, the dice roll just is not in your favor, and you're like, ah, well. But DQ11 is great. Sylvando is the greatest. I love Sylvando so much. I love fucking the night guy whose name I forgot. And I love fucking the gay little Viking dude, whose English dub sounds like Joel Skeletor. He really does. I'm playing it in with the Japanese dub because, spoiler alert, the main villain's voice is Kuroda Takuya, who's Kazuma Kiryu in the Yakuza series, which is funny as fuck. But if I stream it, I would like to play in English because, I mean, it's a kind of a point of contention, I know, because, like, Dragon Quest, the dubs have traditionally been, like, British. Very British. And European in general. But I think it's kind of charming that they have, they bring in people who know the languages, or can do the accents very well for, like, the places that these, the lands that they're from are inspired by. I just think it's funny that Eric, which, and I forgot his Japanese name. Oh, Kamoto, Kamu. I find it really funny that Kamu in the English dub just straight up sounds like Joel Skeletor, because he's fucking Swedish. It's more frustrating that Xenoblade is British than DQ being British. Yeah, with DQ being British, it makes sense, because it's, you know, ye old fantasy land. European fantasy, specifically. So, I don't understand why people, like, apparently some people have issues with that. Other than the fact that they're weeaboos, I guess. Xenoblade is one of those where it's just like, why y'all... why? Okay, then. I think it's funny, though, kind of, to an extent, because they're just, like, very British, or very Australian. It's like, you load up Super Smash Brothers, and then you just broadside smacked with that, and I'm just like, oh wow, damn. To be fair, though, like, a lot of English dubs just use American or general, like, general central or flat American accent. As the standard. Well, there's a lot more dialect that are spoken around the United States that could be used, or elsewhere. Which is why I'm glad that when I booted up Infinite Wealth, I have a running tally of how many people actually speak Pidgin in the Hawaii section of the game. Credit is where credit is due. They did hire somebody to do, like, background walla and, like, minor characters to have them speak Pidgin. Honestly, their Pidgin is better than mine at this point. Because I haven't spoken Pidgin in a very long time. If I tried to, I would sound like a white person trying to say that, so, you know. Okay. Let's see here. Let's try this. Oh, now the polygonal oh, no, it doesn't. For a minute I was like, oh my god, the polygonal lasso works, and no, it doesn't. I'm not sure what I did, but I updated it, and now it's all hamajang. It's all a mess. The world isn't ready for geographically accurate American accents. Alabamans to New Yorkers to Californians would raise hell. Yeah, no. The next time an RPG gets adapted, just have it be dubbed with, like, different American accents. America is such a big country anyway that it could easily, like, replace a world. You know what I mean? It could easily stand in for the world map. And then all you would need to do is just like designate each section as with a different dialect. Seriously, like if you've heard like people from like Fargo, they sound like they're genuinely from a different country. Oh, oh my god, we actually made it to the hour mark. Well, I have to run, unfortunately, I gotta run an ad. 3-minute ad or so. This is a good time for y'all to fill up on water again. I'm feeling pretty good, so we're gonna go a little bit longer after this. And we gotta finish at least one guy before I call it quits, so this is going to be your 3-minute break, get some water, crack a beer, smoke some weed or whatever. And yeah, see you in a bit. See ya. And we're back. I'm back and I know that I can't dance anymore. Thank you. Yeah. It took so much time to do that. I I did that animation. I mean basically I just traced over the animation itself. And it's like 8 frames of animation and it took a week to do. I was trying to get it done in a week and I felt I was like cursing myself every single time, crying, whining, weeping. Kay was there in chat, in a voice chat, like when I was doing that. He can vouch. Because I was just like, oh man, I hate animation. Animation fucking sucks. Why did I decide to do this? Just for a joke. Because I did this thing in my first year of streaming, where for my April Fools, I changed everything on my channel. Changed out like the overlays, changed the transitions, changed like the BRB screen, everything. And then did a whole re-debut thing where I debuted as a maid VTuber, a magical girl mascot maid VTuber. I wasn't insane enough to try to, like, you know, make another Life 2D model. Because doing that on top of the animation would have made me, cry, explode maybe. But, I did, I did do, I did make a PNG, yeah, like a PNG tuber thing. Oh! Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Nice. But I guess I have to draw over the lines again. This sucks. Or not. Never mind. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to stuff for the nose. There we go. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Getting into live artists on Newgrounds. Wait, Newgrounds had streaming options? See, because I remember going to Newgrounds for, just to play Flash games and stuff. Yeah, see, I didn't hang out on Newgrounds quite enough. I hear it's the fact that it's still, like, around and kicking is pretty good, I think. Shout out to Tom Fulp and the gang. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Let me just double check and see here. Is it looping? Oh, it is. It is. Okay. Let me try to find another. Let me try to find like another playlist that they have. Here we go. There we go. Ah. Okay, that worked out. So the reason why I chose this sort of light blue color is because as of recently, Yuvin has been using like the light blue sort of heart color or heart emoji in his bubble live streams to kind of refer to himself. So fans have started picking it up too. The official Zerobaseone colors are this sort of dark electric blue and white. But the members have kind of also sort of picked their own colors as well. So with Yuvin, it's light blue. Hanbin, I think, also has been using the light blue heart as well. Ricky, I think, uses white or the black, the white or the... No, he uses the black heart. And then I believe Jiwoon uses the white one. I think he uses the white one. And then Yujin uses all of the emojis because he's a he's a Gen Alpha high schooler. Although, like, something that I noticed that K-pop artists or K-pop idols don't really do, but something that's pretty common with Japanese idols is that there's like color designation for each member of a group. And because, you know, like with Japan, Oshi merch, when it comes to Oshi merch, Japan doesn't fuck around. It's kind of why I'm excited for Zerobaseone's Japan promotions, because I know the merch is gonna go crazy over there once they do their tour. And of course, I'll feel very sad and probably make some very, very poor financial decisions with proxy buying. But I'm interested to see if they're gonna if there's gonna be like color-coded merch for each of the members, and if so, what they're gonna be. Because I know, like, Zerobaseone, all of the members are pretty strict about their animal personas. I keep saying personas, like, as a joke, but at this point, it might as well be. They're pretty serious about it. But I'm not so sure about, like, what color they'll assign them. So, given probably the light blue one, Ricky is probably going to be black, honestly. But, like, Fandom has assigned him pink as his color. So it might be either pink or black. Eugen's is probably going to be white because he's the youngest one. And then Matthew is orange because Fox. Are these like your OCs? No. So this is, yeah, so no. These are the mascot characters for the K-pop group Zerobaseone. Which is a Japanese. Jesus, it's a Korean pop group. They were created by the survival show Boys Planet. And there's 9 of them. And the thing is that, like, with K-pop groups like VTubers, they have their own Oshi marks and stuff to designate, like, you know, who's tweeting on like who's like posting on social media, you know what I mean? And it's also like a good way to like have fans associate stuff with them and make merchandising. So let me just go up and pull up a picture of them. My boys, Zerobaseone. They are very silly. They're really good at singing and dancing and stuff. And don't let their looks fool you. They're a bunch of shit posters. Let's see here. What's a good recent picture of them? Let me pull up the Japan debut picture, because those ones are good. Yeah! That one's a good one. Actually, let's do this one. Yeah, this one, I think, probably. There we go. Just go ahead and share my screen. There we go. Please ignore the big Reddit sign. Here they are. I just go ahead and throw that behind me. There we go. Yeah, so this is Zerobaseone. There's 9 of them. They all participated in the idol survival show Boys Planet, which was a show where 98 idol trainees all sang, danced, rapped, and sashayed themselves to victory. And there was a worldwide fan vote every round. Every round that would eliminate guys. And the top 9 dudes would all debut in a group, which was Zerobaseone. Unfortunately, they're only going to be active for 2.5 years, which sucks because they're really good. They should be a permanent group, in my personal opinion. When they disband, I will cry forever. But yeah, starting left to right, with the purple hair, we have Kim Tae-rae, who is the main vocal. In the back, behind him, with the round face, that's who looks like an anime protagonist. That's Park Gun-wook. The one with the pink hair, that's Canada's very own little shit poster, Sok Matthew. Uh, Vancouver's golden child. Behind him is the leader Sung Han Bin, who really takes being a hamster extremely seriously, more than me. Zerobaseone, what are they, a logarithm? Oh, so their name is supposed to be Zerobaseone, which means like from day 0 to 1 group with you, like being like the fans and supporters. But what they didn't realize is that in Chinese gay slang, 0 means bottom and 1 means top. So when the when the group game got announced, you could see all the Chinese members just losing their shit and laughing. Oh my god. Next to the leader is Kim Ji-woong, former BL actor, the oldest of the group. In the front with the brown hair, that's the winner of Boys Planet, spoiler alert, which means he's the center of the group, Jung Hao. He is famously... It's... When haters tried to dig up dirt on him, they tried to cancel him by saying he hates straight people. Because very famously, he jokingly posted about how he was a heterophobe and how he didn't understand how men and women could love each other, but they were very brave for doing so. I love him. He's great. Behind him, the one with the gold chain and the black hair, that's the youngest. That's 16, 17-year-old dancing prodigy Han Yoo-jin. Behind him in the green is Kim Gyubin. And the one that looks like an anime character is Ricky, who is from Irvine, California, and Shanghai. So yeah, that's Zerobaseone. Fujo's eating good. Oh, dude. Yeah, this is... It's so funny because when this group is good. Like, don't get me wrong, they're great singers, dancers, performers, artists. They're extremely skilled, and they're gonna go far. They also love each other very much. Like, genuinely, they like working together, and you know, when you go through, like, something like a survival show, you're basically sort of trauma bonded, but they get along very well. And it's very clear that they support each other, which is nice to see. There's none of that sort of, what you call... There's none of that leftover like competitive mentality from the show. But yeah, also it was funny because a few members of the group, some fans, some Korean fans did not want, because some of them are foreigners. One of them is a BL actor, and very openly friends with an openly gay idol, and the others are one of Sung Han Bin openly competed in the queer ballroom scene in Korea, so tutting, whacking, doing all that sort of stuff. Those luckily tend to be just a very loud minority, not the majority. Majority of people are like, hey, that's great, we love our little fruit basket. Yeah, there's just some people who, like, bless their hearts. Far be it from me to deny anyone's delusions. Speaking as, you know, me, Delulu number 1 on the internet, but, like, I don't know. There's some people who are very much like have that sort of mentality of, like, I'm the only one who understands my Oshi, and no one else, and I will be with them forever and support them when no one else will. And I'm like, that's fantastic. But that's kind of, it can get a little bit tunnel visiony and toxic if you don't step back a little bit, you know what I mean? And not to say that, like, you know, if you're an idol, or even if you're like a VTuber or a streamer or somebody like that, there's going to be a level of parasocialness. Always, of course. And in regards to being an idol, like that is your job. You know, you have to sell that fantasy. But at the same time, like it's always good to have as a fan, like, to remember why you're supposed to be a fan in the first place. It's not just because you like a person in general. Like, there's other aspects too, like, especially if like they're part of a group project, you know what I mean? It's just like, I never understood people who only liked one person in a group and then wanted everyone else to kind of like die or whatever. That makes no sense, because then it's just like, well, why would you want to ever be against like the people that your Oshi likes and cares about? You know what I mean? Especially when you're part of a creative project, where the whole point of being in a creative project, a group project, is that it's not just one person. It's a bunch of parts coming together to make a whole, and in that part, and being a part of something like that means that there are no small parts. I'm preaching to the choir here, because, you know, anybody who watches my streams, I feel like, has that sort of similar mentality when it comes to things, especially, you know, coming from me, the most corporate VTuber of them all. But, you know, Fujo's when gay imaginary versus Fujo's when gay real. No, actually, it's not that. No, Fujoshi have been actually, speaking as a Fujin myself, like, no, they've been extremely supportive. It's more like, again, I don't want to, because, like, yumejoshi are also looked down upon. Yumejoshi meaning, like, people who ship themselves, or, like, don't want to think about, or would rather prefer the idea of either shipping themselves with their Oshi, or being, like, focusing only on one, you know what I mean? Focusing on their Oshi, as opposed to the idea of shipping their Oshi with anyone else. Yume means dream. So, yumejoshi, like dream girl. This is not, this is not, like, restricted to any gender, of course, though. Yumejoshi kind of get a bad rap. There, you find them a lot in otome game communities and idol fandoms and stuff, and I don't begrudge them, because, you know, like, even though I'm a Fujin, because, you know, non-binary, even though I'm a Fujin, like, you know, we're playing in the same sort of, like, area. But I think, like, with Fujoshi and Fudanshi and Fujin, the majority of people who are like that are like me. We're queer people, so of course we would love to. We would love the idea of, to fantasize and to think about, you know, like, it's nice if the people that we appreciate and follow are also, you know, queer too. That would be nice. And not just a fantasy too, though, because, like, in the performing arts, yeah, in the performing arts historically, the arts in general has historically been where a lot of queer folk gravitate towards, for obvious reasons. So, you know, it's just society, unfortunately. Society tends to not be as kind. Hey, Swooth! Hello! But yeah, so I don't begrudge Yumejoshi, you know, getting mad about, like, you know, or having to, like, wanting to have, like, their sort of, like, fantasy and stuff too. They should be able to, you know? I think where it gets difficult for me is when they start, once anything starts veering into toxic territory, then that's when I'm just like, oh, okay. And this hasn't been the case. This isn't, like, the case overall. I want to stress this very strongly. But in my experience with dealing with, like, uh with that sort of community. They can, some people can get a little turfy, a little just a little homophobic, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay. But I wanted to say that the majority of yumejoshi are not like that. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, Swoos. I'm not sure why Iraqi horror was one of those public assisted by society. I think it's because, like, I mean, it didn't start out as that, because it was like a midnight movie thing, you know what I mean? It started out as, like, the movie, like, was kind of... I'd have to do my research, but wasn't the movie kind of, like, sort of ish a flop? Sort of ish, and then, like, it got revitalized through midnight showings where, like, people who were into theater and burlesque and performance and drag and everything like that kind of came together to sort of, like, have a party. I feel like Kay would know a lot more than me, honestly, about this sort of thing. But Rocky Horror is kind of like... Rocky Horror is, like, a little bit more mainstream because, like, it and our uncles, all of our uncles, Mystery Science Theater 3000, like, they're and horror hosts, like, basically, like, our, like, all of our VTubers, uncles and aunts there, like, they've had, like, years and years to perform and stuff, right? So so there's more people in the general public that have some knowledge about them. As a 1990X for myself, it's always been beloved. Yeah, I think that's been more recently. But I think when they started, it sure was not. It's kind of like theater, you know what I mean? I never was a theater kid. I'm a hamster, of course. So, uh, I'm not programmed to do anything theatrical. But it's kind of like not I was gonna say ritual. That's not what it is, but a tradition. It's like a tradition. Hmm. Well, this doesn't look too bad. Maybe I should do a tail. Yeah, I'll do a tail. I mean, it looks kind of a little weird, but I think it works. There we go. Yeah. Let's... Absolutely rite of passage. Yeah. That's what I feel. That's probably why. Um, yeah, it's stuff like that, and, like, midnight showings of the room are more accepted in terms of nerd things, I guess. I don't even know how we got there from K-pop to this. But I guess in terms of fan, I guess it's kind of similar to, like, fan chants and wotage for, idol stuff. Kind of similar. But yeah, it's been very interesting for me because only started following Zerobaseone and learning about K-pop stuff. I'm more familiar with Japanese music and idol stuff too. So it's been a really interesting sort of like safari, I guess. Like yeah, safari I think is probably the term for it. Like biological geographical journey. Hey Sketch, how's it going? Just chilling and pixelin. Okay, yeah, I think Quibing is done here. It looks a little wonky, but I think it works for me. I don't know. Wide stance steer. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 3 more to go. So let's do Yujin next then. Because I feel like I have to have Hao and Hanbin last, and they come as a unit, do not separate them, so they have to be together. So we'll do Yujin next. Yujin's the youngest member of the group. He's the maknae, and his animal is a baby rabbit because he is baby and he has unlimited potential. Genuine prodigy. The kid only learned dancing for like a year and a half, and he can pick up choreography at a very crazy rate and like learn different forms of dance like really easily. He did a cover of Taemin's Criminal that was like really, really good. Taemin is his favorite idol, of course. Taemin from SHINee. So if you want to see that, you can see that on the Zerobaseone YouTube channel. It's really good. Yujinji. He's like a white rabbit, but I'm gonna just give it a bit of a gray cast or a blue tinge. Because I don't really like drawing things like 100% black or 100% white with pixel art, because then I want to go back and like layer gradients over them. I say this and then I just look up and there's the one I did of Ji Wong, and it's like almost like full black there. So I'm a liar, but you know. Chillin', playing games. Nice, nice. I think I'm just gonna sketch out the body for right now. We'll see. I've been kind of drawing Yujin's character as like almost like a doll. Because they always put him in costumes, like jackets and stuff that have like the stuffed animals attached to them. When Yujin first like made it into the group, it was Zerobaseone at the end of Boys Planet. I was like, I'm not sure if, you know, debuting a 16-year-old is a good idea. That's kind of crazy. Like, you're a freshman in high school and you're being thrust into the spotlight at such a young age, to debut basically as one of the most popular bands in the entire world. It's a lot of pressure, and especially when you're under so much scrutiny in an industry like K-pop. I don't think that's like a good idea, but as time's gone on, I think that like it's very clear that he's got a group filled with the older members like look after him and care very much about him and make sure to like try to protect him as much as possible, and I think that's a good thing. In comparison to like Fantasy Boys, which was um the other the other sort of like rival survival show that was rolling at the same time as Boys Planet. That one was a little bit more sketch. That one's a lot more sketch, actually. A lot more sketch. Like, I'll try to not touch upon that as much as possible, because some of the stuff that's come out is kind of upsetting and gross, but it's kind of like, that the Fantasy Boys' group debuted three 13-year-olds, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Especially when your debut song is like a sexy concept, I don't think that's in any way okay. So with Eugen, they try to make him, do all age-appropriate stuff. He can only work up to a certain time because he's still a minor. I'm not sure how much I fully feel about how sometimes he's like portrayed as like a baby baby. Because like he is in high school, but at the same time it's just like, yeah, you're a child. Enjoy your youth. Do all the cute concepts you can. Hey, Coleman. Yeah. I mean, like, the idol industry in itself, like, if you're like in a girls group, like the girls can debut even younger. It's kind of sad, but I mean, yeah, that's the one thing about like idol, like pop music and stuff, that I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know. Like, wait, you should not have to debut until like you're 18 years old or something. But with Eugen, again, his group members like look after him. Especially Jiwoong, who's the oldest member of the group. Jiwoong debuted when he was as old as Eugen, 16 years old, and again, we're not going to get into it, but Jiwoong went through so much shit when he debuted. He went through two groups and was basically put in situations that no teenager should be put in. So because of this, he's been very good about looking after Eugen and taking care of him, and that's really nice. Like, that all the members and the staff are doing their best to be like, okay, this is technically work, but we're gonna make it fun for you. And we're gonna just try to make sure that you have fun being a pop star and not worry about anything else. Mm-hmm. Idols are gross everywhere. This is true. This is very true. Ah! Where did I go? Hello? Hold on a second. Hey, I got yeeted into the distance. Seriously, Neumed. Hello? Hello? Damn it. Hold on a second. We're setting this up again. Mosh mosh. Please wait. The hamster is online. Rebooting. 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 Ah, there we go. Yeah. Cool. And we're back. Just had to recalibrate. But yeah, that was a weirdo tangent. But I've only been thinking about that recently because it's just like the more you know. I'm a 3-year-old hamster, but you know, even just like VTubing around and hanging out, sending my signal out to you, chat, and seeing how other VTubers interface and act in this space has been kind of interesting, especially the attitude towards what's essentially almost like idol, like an idol-like hobby. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling. Anyway, actually, I should do this. Let's see here. Ooh! Wait, this silhouette actually doesn't look bad? That's almost done already. Nice. Okay. Well, that kind of looks like a dinosaur if I do that. There we go. And I kind of give him like a mouth like me. Excuse me, Miffy. If you know the character Miffy. You know, for the longest time I thought Miffy was a Japanese character. But apparently, I think the artist who created her is like Danish or something like that. Sits in the corner watching VTubers talking about V. Oh no. I don't judge here. We don't judge here at twitch.tv/Chuchu Online. I mean, you decided to watch a cartoon character, draw some more cartoon characters. Like, that's hardly anything to judge off of. I did a PowerPoint presentation on Thai BL and how it relates to tokusatsu. I really have no leg to stand on. Okay. Yo, actually, this might be the best one. Might be the best one I've done yet. And I've drawn the lines on the flats again. Excellent. Incredible. I've done it again. That's fine. There we go. Okay. It looks like dumplings, almost. Let's go. Nice, nice, nice. And then for the eyes... Actually... I'm gonna get out the line tool, because I kind of want, like, a square eye. Square eyes? Yeah, something like this. Yeah, kind of like, Yeah, like Mifi or like the cave story sort of rabbits. Cave Story, which is a game that I really should play also and haven't. But the thing is that like with Cave Story, I've always felt like there was an issue with who's publishing it, right? So I want to make sure that I think you can still buy Cave Story from like Cave's own website, because if I recall correctly, the distro people aren't very good and kind of treated Cave like shit. Go. Nice. His eyes kind of look like color bars like that, though. I just realized. Oh no. In that case, I should probably just do this, so I can keep the sparkly eye effect. There we go. All right. Mm. And I'll do this. Something like that. Sparkles. Yeah, because Eugen's the youngest, he is tasked with being the one to do Aegyo, which is like cute fan service for the group. He hates it. He does not like doing it. But he's managed to somehow figure out a way to make his eyes sparkly on command, which is hilarious. Because he'll be doing the cutesy Aegyo thing with the sparkly eyes, and then he's just saying this in the most monotone, deadpan way. Just like, all right, kid, just get it over with, and this'll be over soon. You can go on your iPad and watch the TikToks afterwards, or whatever it is the kids do these days. I don't know. Although the real iPad kid is Ricky. Like, that dude... just watches K-dramas all the time. It's really funny. This is probably going to make me cry when I, like, hit this with Gradient, because I mixed up, like, the, I mixed up, like, the lines layer and the flats layer a lot with this design, but oh well. Oh well. YOLO indeed. We'll figure this out. Oh, hey. It actually didn't turn out too bad. I just realized, like, I didn't save almost this whole time. That's, that could have gone terrible. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it could have happened like that. Pretty much. That's, one of, like, the true horror stories of drawing digitally. It's just like, oh, Command Q? Oh, I didn't solve shit, or save shit. Oh well, fuck. Guess I'll die. Yo. That actually looks good. Okay, I have to do that to the whole ear then. Alright, now. Yo! Yo! Nice, 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 nice. There we go. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I said I wasn't going to do the gradient stuff with Eugen's little mascot-y dude, but unfortunately, now that I've started, I will not be able to stop. Nice. I think, though, I'm going to try to, like, stop before I have to run another ad. So let me just go ahead and shade this, and then we'll call it for tonight. There we go. Fucking Benoit. It's a good resting place for now. Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.5 out of 9 done. Not too bad, not too bad. It's a good stopping place for now. Thank you, everybody who hung out with me as I yapped for a whole bunch and scribbled on Sprite. Next week, I think we're gonna go back to games. If not Tokimeki Memorial Girls side, probably something else. Well, I'll figure something out. Hey, Lita! But for now, let me just go ahead and see whomst I can raid. Let's see here. And of course, the VOD of this will be made available on my YouTube channel almost immediately afterwards. Who am I following? Whomst is live? Oh! Oh! Ooh, I know. I'm gonna throw y'all over to the Madman with No Plan. Mr. Dr. Swoos ZX himself, he is fardnarding. It looks like Frozen Traveler is also there as well. He's doing some Fort Knit with friends, so should be a good time. It should wake all y'all up who fell asleep to my comfy ass stream. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Actually, no, sorry, my bad. See you this upcoming Sunday for more Kamen Rider Watch Along. But yeah, so yeah. Let me just go ahead and set up that raid first. That would help. There we go. Yeah. Alright. And... now.